Welcome to Manchester, England, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. And as we are opening up this Monday Night Raw here in Manchester, we have the man Becky Lynch, your IC Women's Champion. Let's go ahead and hear her out. Well, at SummerSlam, there is only one true opponent who has been on top. Only one true opponent who deserves to face me, and that is Asuka. So it will be me and her at SummerSlam. And look at that, Becky Lynch announcing that she will put her Intercontinental Championship on the line this weekend up against Asuka, the two-night event of SummerSlam, the very much anticipated BLE hottest party of the summer. But we move forward as these two men in our first match of the night have not been able to get out of each other's way. From the moment that Penta got to the WWE, he had a couple people in his way like Chad Gable, the other being Ludwig Kaiser, and now that Penta is Intercontinental Champion, well, Ludwig is looking to get involved with Penta even more. Ludwig has already failed once in a championship match against Penta, but it looks like that was not enough to keep him away. As, in Penta's previous match, which I believe was against Chad Gable, Ludwig came out and Penta said, "Oh, you want some more? Come get some." So here tonight in our opening match, it is Penta up against Ludwig Kaiser. No title on the line. However, I would think it's, in the best interest of Ludwig Kaiser to win tonight, because if he does well, he will for sure get a title match, whether that's next week on Raw, this weekend SummerSlam, or whenever it may be. Either way, if he's able to pull off a victory here tonight, he will surely get another Intercontinental title match. But for tonight, no title on the line. Oh my days, a little starstruck as Gunther is accompanying Ludwig Kaiser. It looks like Ludwig is pulling out all his tricks in order to get the victory here tonight, and hopefully for him, earn himself another title match, and that includes bringing out the ring general, Gunther, out to this match. I mean, Ludwig, not to bring you down, but he's going to need the help that Gunther can offer if he wants to win tonight. Ludwig has been good at fighting up against Penta, but not good enough in order to beat him. Here tonight, he may be able to get the victory if Gunther is able to help. The referee's going to have to keep an eye out for Gunther, the ring general. May have to eject him if he gets too involved. We'll have to see how it goes. No title on the line, but still a very big match. Penta against Ludwig as the match begins. Penta nice and early, looking to get on the attack. A big kick, and now Ludwig looking to return the favor. Now we have some back and forth action. Nice and early into this match as Ludwig Kaiser, little cockiness there. Penta with a big kick, dropping Ludwig Kaiser. Penta stares down Ludwig. He's looking to climb. However, Ludwig gets up quickly. Not quick enough. Penta not able to fully connect there. Luckily for Ludwig Kaiser, who is now sent over the rope, still standing on the apron, now able to counter. Big attack to Penta right there as Ludwig Kaiser heads back inside of the ring. Now, of course, there is some advantage right now for Ludwig. He has Gunther on his side, right? It's not too often that you see Gunther come out to Ludwig's matches. Usually it's the other way around. But Ludwig really wants to get that victory if he's pulling out this big move. And I think it's in Gunther's best interest to also help Ludwig be able to get that Intercontinental Championship. We know Gunther holding that IC title for 666 days. The longest reign ever. If part of Imperium. Ludwig Kaiser is able to get that back, and how do I put this in my words? Basically, if he's able to bring back gold to Imperium, he can help drive some momentum for Gunther to potentially go back to that World Championship currently held by Jey Uso, the current World Heavyweight Championship, as Penta's going to look to fly. Ludwig Kaiser able to move out of the way in time. Still making some contact with Ludwig, but not enough, as Gunther throwing a kendo stick into the ring. The referee, luckily for Penta, quickly spots it and sends it back out. Gunther looking like he is not just going to spectate tonight. He is looking to get involved and looking to secure that victory here tonight for Ludwig. As Penta, though, is still the man on the attack, was able to win the championship, his IC championship, off of Dirty Dom, which, what a match it was. Dirty Dom had attacked Penta before the match, and we thought Penta would not become champion. Hold on, as he looks for the pinfall right here. Ludwig kicking out nice and quickly. We did not think, or at least I did not think, that Penta would become champion after being attacked by Dirty Dom during his entrance. But once that bell rung, something awoke inside of Penta, and out of nowhere, Penta became the IC champion. And while he definitely deserves it, he's been able to retain his championship against Ludwig, against Dirty Dom. So he's been doing pretty good at proving that it wasn't a fluke at just beating Dirty Dom that one time. He definitely deserves to be champion. As at the moment, a referee had taken a little bit of damage there as she was fixing the padding on the turnbuckle, and Penta flying with a huge splash onto Ludwig Kaiser. Now Gunther has some words to say to Penta. And Penta, well, he is not going to back down to the ring general. Gunther, Penta talking some smack back. Now Ludwig Kaiser is quickly dropped as the referee's count gets to 4. And now Penta showing Gunther that he has zero fear. However, distracted, Ludwig Kaiser may be able to get on the attack. No, Ludwig is countered. Referee's count gets to 7. Penta's going to look to fly once more, and another big splash onto Ludwig Kaiser. Penta doing some big damage, and it looks like he isn't finished. He picks up the candlestick. Now, it looked like he was aiming. Yes, he was aiming for the ring general. Gunther dropping him using the candlestick, letting him know, if you want to get involved in this match, best know I'm going to fight back. As now Penta is going to charge up. He is going to look to put an end to this match. Is he going to be able to do so, as Ludwig is fighting back nicely? And now Ludwig instead with a little counter right there. Now Ludwig Kaiser may be able to get on the attack. Penta, though, still having lots of momentum. He's been able to fight back Gunther and Ludwig throughout this match. Is he going to be able to escape this submission hold? Yes, he is quickly turning the tides. Penta, very good job at escaping that submission hold. Now Penta may be able to put this match away once and for all. He may be able to put Ludwig Kaiser away and finally move forward too. But a kick out from Ludwig Kaiser as this match continues and is still not over. Ludwig Kaiser is going to keep on fighting and keep on moving. However, on the other side, it is Penta who's going to keep attacking and going to continue dealing big damage onto Ludwig Kaiser. As Penta now distracted by Gunther once more. Hold up. Quick roll up. This may be a mistake from Penta. 2, 3, and oh my days. A distraction from Gunther has just allowed Ludwig Kaiser to get a huge victory up against Penta. And surely now Ludwig Kaiser will earn another Intercontinental Championship opportunity. Hopefully for him, sooner rather than later. It wasn't a clean win, but nevertheless, congratulations to Ludwig Kaiser on getting such an important and huge victory in our opening match of Monday Night Raw here in Manchester. But up next, we have some tag team action. Up first, the War Raiders, who will be participating in a ladder match at SummerSlam, as it will be themselves, the War Raiders, up against the New Day, up against Fraxium, the current WWE World Tag Team Champions. Well, the titles are going to be floating up in the air, dangling up in the air. And it is the first team to secure those belts, climb the ladder, and secure those belts, who will become champions or retain their titles. That's going to be a great match at SummerSlam. But here tonight, they face the reunited team of AJ Styles and Omos, who have been attacking some of the teams which are participating in that match at SummerSlam, like attacking Axiom, as well as attacking the War Raiders. This team, once, I believe, tag team champions, losing to RKO and certain someone else, have now reunited and are looking to get back some tag team gold. They go by the name the Shadow Riders. AJ Styles was forced to turn to the dark side, to this evil side, showing no mercy after losing a huge match up against Karrion Kross. Well, he's a man of his word. He has reunited with Omos and has been attacking members of certain tag teams. And while Axiom let him know quickly, they are at the back of the line and they are going to have to earn their title opportunity, and they can do exactly that if they are able to get a victory here tonight. Obviously, the War Raiders, former champions, they will be participating in the title match. So if you verse the tag team which is involved with that title, you surely skyrocket yourself up the tag team division. AJ Styles, Omos, reunited once more. You could say a fresh new debut, as these two are looking a whole lot different than what we are used to. Another big match here in Manchester. Omos will get it started for the Shadow Riders. Eric will get it started for the War Raiders. And I gotta say that after beating AJ Styles, we have not seen much of, in fact, I don't think we've seen Karrion Kross. Knowing him, he is always thinking, always planning. Even if he isn't taking action, those ideas are always running through, and maybe he's just waiting for that validation, that approval, maybe from someone like his wife Scarlett, before he takes that action, as Omos is doing some nice damage onto both Eric and Ivar to start off this match nice and early. Well, this tag team of AJ Styles and Omos is a dangerous, dangerous tag team. You have a big man, strength, a freaking monster in Omos, and then you have an athletic, a legend, a Hall of Famer in AJ Styles. I mean, it's just a perfect combination of high flying, of macho man strength, of just a little bit of everything, and it allows them to be scary, and when it comes to matches, to almost always come out on top. So I wonder how the War Raiders will deal with that tonight, and a loss to the War Raiders here tonight would be awful. You do not want to go into such a big match like that one at SummerSlam after losing. You want to go in there with a little winning streak. You want to go in there with some confidence. So it's very important for the War Raiders to get the victory. Not only that, but of course, you want to show that you can't just beat me up backstage, right? You can't let that slide. So, a lot at stake in this match. On the other hand, as I said before, the Shadow Riders are surely going to want to get that victory. Hopefully, for them, they can get that victory, skyrocket up the division, and potentially earn that title shot, which they are so much looking for. And I know we've been talking about it for a very long time, but I don't think I've said it enough. A big reminder that this weekend we have the very much anticipated two-night SummerSlam. We have multiple championships on the line. We have multiple rivalries which are gonna start, which are gonna end, which are rising to its peak. So much action, so much at stake this weekend. SummerSlam is bound to be a fantastic two-night event. As breaking news talking about championships, it is confirmed that Penta will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Ludwig Kaiser. And well, hopefully for Ludwig, he's able to come out on top this second time, as the first time did not go too well for him. If my memory serves me correct, the match that they had was in a steel cage match. This one at SummerSlam will be a normal match, and hopefully for Penta, he's able to get some backup, or he's able to keep Gunther away from that match. Because, I mean, to be honest, that's really the only reason he lost here tonight, was because Gunther distracted him. Ludwig was able to get that quick roll-up. But that confirmed for SummerSlam as AJ Styles tagged in. And, well, let's be honest, the War Raiders have not been very much in control. They've had a little moments here and there, but it has been all the Shadow Riders, in my opinion. It's not looking good, not only for this match, but if this is the way that the War Raiders are going to perform at SummerSlam, and I'm sorry to break it to them, but they have no chance at gaining back the World Tag Team Championships. It's very good right there. Almost is countered by Eric. However, he needs to focus up because the legal man is AJ Styles, who sends him outside of the ring once more. And now AJ Styles is going to look to make a big splash. A huge frog splash onto the body of Eric. Referee's counts could probably get to 10, and Eric would not be able to get up. Almost is going to give him a little hand. And actually, almost, maybe, oh no! Huge smackdown on the floor. I thought he was going to give him a hand inside of the ring, but apparently Almost is just looking to destroy the body of Eric as the referee's count gets to 9. And like I said, Eric not going to be able to make it. No, yes, he is. Eric makes it at the very last second. And not only did he make it back into the ring, he is now on the attack. AJ Styles, though, gets up quickly. Eric trying to continue the attack, however, quickly countered almost back as the legal man attacking Ivar. Big elbow onto Eric. Was taking a lot of damage. A huge choke slam outside of the ring. I mean, I could hear that smack from 7 towns away. I could probably hear it back in the U.S. Big damage done there by Omos. And big damage is about to be done. Maybe not. Eric doing a very good job. Oh, I spoke too soon. Almost slamming down Eric once more. And now Omos is going to look for the pin for 1, 2. But a kick out at 2. Eric somehow still able to kick out. But he's not really fighting back. I spoke too soon once again. Eric able to counter. Almost able to counter. And now Omos is going to look to put an end to this match with another big slam, looking for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and there it is. The Shadow Riders get the victory. Omos and AJ Styles teaming up once again, and they are on a quest to get the World Tag Team Championships on their waists, on their shoulders. And first off of their list are the War Raiders. Surely Fraxium and the New Day watch this match, and surely they see just how much of a threat this tag team really is. What an impressive, technically re-debut of AJ Styles and Omos. A big victory for them, and that should put them quite high on the table of the tag team division. Talking about women who are quite high up there, Lyra Valkyria looking to continue to reach the top of the Women's Intercontinental Division. She was the inaugural champion, and back at Backlash, she lost her title in a triple threat match. Ever since, Becky Lynch has been the champion. We know that at SummerSlam this weekend, she will go ahead and face Asuka to defend her title. But I know deep down Lyra has not stopped thinking about that title. I'm not sure how many times Becky has already defended that championship against the likes of also Bayley and Lyra. But that whole triangle, not even love triangle, that freaking hatred triangle has been all over that Intercontinental Championship. And I know that Lyra's going to want to get that victory here tonight in order to continue moving forward to another title opportunity. She's gotten her rematch. She's failed. I'm sure she's going to want to get another title shot. And Lyra starting off nice and early. Let's go ahead and talk about Kiana James. If she can get the victory here tonight against Lyra, then she skyrockets. I've been saying it a lot, but there are so many underdogs here in the WWE where if you're able to be one of those superstars that are near the top or at the top, you basically get a rocket put on you and you just fly up to that title scene. And that could happen here tonight for Kiana James if she's able to get the victory. But of course, on paper, it is Lyra Valkyrie who is the favorite. She has been in phenomenal form in the last couple of weeks, and she is going to look to continue to keep that form alive here tonight as Kiana James barely getting up a suicide dive from Lyra Valkyrie, sending Kiana James back down as Lyra now sends Kiana inside of the ring. Lyra's going to look to climb the top ropes. She's going to look to make a big splash and a big elbow drop as she looks for the pinfall. Can she get the quick victory? Lyra 1, 2, but a kick out at 2 from Kiana James. And she may have kicked out of that. However, she isn't really fighting back. She's kind of just taking hits and almost kicking out by instinct. Not really, because she thinks she can fight back. I think Kiana James may already be out. Maybe I spoke too soon, or maybe not, as Lyra, very fast reactions there, able to counter a big kick, and now Lyra may be able to put this match away nice and early as Lyra looking for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and there it is, Lyra with another victory. As she continues her search for another title opportunity, she wants another shot at that Intercontinental Championship. And tonight she proves exactly why she deserves it as a very big and quick victory. Congratulations to Lyra, letting Becky know that her time may be up very, very soon. Congratulations to Lyra for that victory there. Now we have our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. He has a big match at SummerSlam as well. tag team match teaming with CM Punk. Let's go ahead and hear him out. This weekend, me and CM Punk will team up in order to face Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I am here to give you a little spoiler. They are going to lose, and then me and CM Punk will go for Seth. Big Bronson Reed interrupting. Let's go ahead and hear him out. Roman, you think you can just come out here and talk and talk and talk? See, I want to talk about the fact that you call yourself the tribal chief, but in reality, it is I who is the tribal chief. See, me and my tribe were exiled out of the islands. We were sent to Australia and were left with no chance of ruling. See, it should have been my family. It should have been my bloodline, which was on top. But it was people like you, people like your family, which sent mine out. So this weekend, I don't want you to give me any BS. I don't want you to give me any excuses. When I beat you, I want you to give me that name, that tribal chief. I will be your tribal chief. You will serve under me if I beat you this weekend. So Roman, know that I am doing this for my bloodline, for my family. What do you say? Man, shut the hell out. Well, Bronson Reed was trying to make this upcoming match this weekend have a little bit of a deeper meaning. He wanted to put the OTC authority, I guess, on the line, letting Roman know his family was exiled, forced out, and that's why Roman's bloodline was able to thrive. But now, Big Bronson Reed is looking to bring that back into his family. And he is looking to put a change to what the true Samoan bloodline should be. Roman has no response. Instead, he wants to fight. Forget the negotiating. Forget Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Roman Reigns wants one man and one man only, and that is Seth freaking Rollins, as Roman Reigns was looking to fly Big Bronson Reed. Able to move out of the way just in time, and now Big Bronson Reed dropping down onto the tribal chief. Big Bronson Reed wants that authority. He wants to be the new tribal chief. He wants to rule over Roman Reigns and his whole bloodline. Roman's not even willing or thinking about putting that on the line. He is just looking to get through the bronze and eventually gets to his once friend, now bitter enemy, Seth freaking Rollins, as these men potentially are giving us a taste of what is to come this weekend at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns and CM Punk teaming up to face off against Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Or if Roman Reigns and CM Punk are able to get the victory, then they each are able to get their match, which they have so desperately waited for, against the Visionary, against the Revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. And Roman Reigns wants to put an end to this little brawl, as he is going to go ahead and charge up a big spear. Ooh, and just like that, Bronson Reed is put away. Surely that is not the end of their story, as of course they have that tag team match at SummerSlam, but even after that, this is only getting started. Something else that has been brewing, that has been getting started for, well, actually quite some time now, has been the rivalry between Jada Parker and Roxanne Perez as well. Roxanne Perez was here in the main event. Oh, excuse me. Was here in the main roster. She was having her debut match, or her official debut match as a main roster superstar against Valhalla, where she lost due to a distraction from Jada. Then Roxanne got her rematch. Jada tried another distraction. Didn't work. Roxanne called her out. Blah, blah, blah. They've been going at it. And, well, it just keeps on going and going. And what happened most recently was that Roxanne Perez was facing Scarlett in a match. Jada came down to watch as a spectator. Eventually, it basically led to what is going on. Well, Roxanne Perez ended up attacking both Jada and Scarlett. Therefore, they decided they were going to team up against Roxanne Perez, and she was going to have to find a tag team partner. And what it looks like, Roxanne Perez, tag team partner, is here. La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer, is here on Monday Night Raw. Oh my days, I was just going to talk about who the hell is going to help Roxanne Perez. Well, they, from what I know, I don't think they're friends. I believe they're more rivals or enemies than anything. But La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer, is here, and it seems as though she is going to be Roxanne Perez's partner tonight. What an unexpected main roster debut here on Monday Night Raw, here in Manchester. Stephanie Vaquer will go ahead and make her main roster debut. She faces Jada Parker. And I was just telling the story of how we got to this. Like I said, Scarlett was facing Roxanne Perez. Eventually, Jada Parker wanted to talk some smack. Roxanne said, "Yo, you want some bet? I'll take 2-on-1. And she did it like a boss. She got the victory. Of course, Jada Parker and Scarlett were both not happy. They were looking for a tag team match. Roxanne accepted, but who was going to be her partner? Well, none other than La Primera, as she hits the Devil's Kiss onto Jada Parker. I'm in extreme shock. And I guess I'm getting some breaking news on how all this happened. Apparently, Roxanne Perez talked to the Raw GM asking if he could find her a partner, specifically from NXT. She wanted someone who knew Jada, who knew how to beat her, and knew how to get in her head. And Roxanne even said, as a thank you, if we are able to get the victory, can you please give the other superstar a WWE Raw contract? Well, apparently, Adam Pearce said yes, and that is official. If Stephanie Vaquer and Roxanne Perez are able to get the victory here tonight, then Stephanie Vaquer officially joins the Raw roster. And well, at the moment, it looks like that is gonna happen because Stephanie Vaquer is in control. Big leg drop as Stephanie Vaquer is making her debut here on Raw, and the fans are loving it. La Primera is here, and she is looking to make an instant impact. She is looking to secure that main roster contract, which, I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be down the middle, but since when do we just hand out contracts because someone gets attacked? Jada Parker should still be down at NXT. Personally, just saying. Anyhow, moving on, Jada Parker is going to look to tag in Scarlett. Tag made. As now it is Scarlett and Roxanne Perez, both of the legal superstars inside of this match. As tag mate to Stephanie Vaquer. These two girls looking to have some very good chemistry. Stephanie looking for the pinfall. One. Oh, but a kick out at one from Scarlett. Now a quick reminder that after last week, we will now be showcasing Evolve every Wednesday here on the channel. More wrestling content throughout the whole week, especially like a week like this. Obviously tonight, Monday, we have Monday Night Raw. We have Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Evolve. We then have Friday night SmackDown and Saturday and Sunday, 2-night PLE of SummerSlam. And of course, there have been many rumors that WWE are looking to buy TNA. That would mean that Thursdays would be filled up a whole week of WWE wrestling. That would be incredible. But yes, just a big reminder that now every Wednesday we will be having Evolve, as we had an incredible premiere episode talking about incredible. Look at Roxanne Perez. Look at what she may be able to do, looking to do some damage onto her rival, Jada Parker, the superstar, the woman, which has been a thorn on her side ever since getting the call-up to the main roster. It does not work for her, at least not this time, as the second time going. Roxanne Perez may be able to do some damage, and yes, as she's able to send Jada Parker flying, Roxanne Perez gets back inside of the ring in order to defend in order to defend Stephanie from Scarlett. Stephanie, well, she usually plays by the rules, and we saw that there she didn't really want to get involved if she wasn't the legal superstar. But now she is, and now she can do some big damage, talking some smack onto Scarlett. Tag made to Jada Parker because Roxanne is in. Both women have been waiting for this. They both want to beat the crap out of each other. All I know is that these women are ready to go to war no matter where, when, what, how. Quick kickouts by Roxanne Perez. Jada Parker, don't know why she got involved, but guess what? It has given us banger after banger after banger, and outside of the ring, Scarlett is getting torn apart by Stephanie Vaquer. And inside of the ring, it is Roxanne Perez who's looking for the pinfall. 1, 2, oh no, kick out at 1 by Jada Parker, who now just barely getting up using the ropes. Roxanne Perez knocks her out, and now Roxanne Perez is gonna look to climb the top ropes, is gonna look to fly, as Jada Parker is attacking her teammate Stephanie Vaquer. Big damage done by Roxanne Perez, as all four women are outside of the ring. Roxanne Perez looking for the submission hold, but she can't win outside of the ring. As Jada Parker taps Roxanne, I think she thinks she won it. Now she realizes that she didn't. She has to make Jada tap inside of the ring. She could have won the match, but instead Roxanne Perez is continuing the assault on Jada Parker outside of the ring. And instead of hopping inside of the ring and winning by countouts, she is looking to defend her teammates, which is not working so well, as Scarlett's able to fight back from Roxanne Perez, and that is it. This match ends as a draw. Well, that makes things a whole lot more interesting, as that rivalry and those tag teams we're probably going to have to go at it once again, as that match ends in a draw. Talking about going at it once more, our next match, we have Drew McIntyre up against Logan Paul. A rematch, as last time Drew got the victory. However, it took 2 claymores, and Logan Paul very humbly saying, yeah, I can take 2 claymores, I can take on anyone. Drew was not happy with that. and said that he would take him out in a blink of an eye, just to summarize what he said. However, what was not talked about previously and was barely announced earlier today was that this would not be an ordinary match. It would be a special special guest referee match, excuse me. And that is exactly why we see KSI come out. Not only is he here to back up Logan Paul, but he is actually here to be the referee. I mean, of course, I don't want to doubt Drew. I know that he is levels above Logan Paul. But when you have a special guest referee, especially one who happens to be Logan's Paul, not only friend, but business partner, well, the odds start stacking up against you. Drew is still a great superstar, and even with corrupt referees, it would be difficult for Logan to beat Drew. But nevertheless, it is going to be difficult. It's basically going to be a 2v1 where Drew can't hurt KSI because he is the referee. It's going to be difficult. Drew looking to prove to Logan Paul that 2 Claymores was a fluke on his end. That Logan Paul is going to get quickly beat here tonight. On the other hand, Logan is trying to prove that he is at that level of Drew McIntyre. And he may be able to pull off the victory. I hate to say it, but with the special guest referee KSI, which why did Drew even accept these conditions? But with the special guest referee and it being KSI, Logan Paul has some grab, he has some pull, and he could shock us here tonight. So we'll have to see. I'm praying, I am hoping that Drew McIntyre is able to shut this guy up and slam him down back to YouTube and beat him here tonight. He can take KSI with him if he wants as well. Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre. Our next match is, we will love to remind you that this weekend, 2-night PLA SummerSlam. This match is underway. KSI, special guest referee, looking for the pinfall nice and early. KSI calls a rope break apparently. Already starting off bad, KSI, but hey, either way, Logan Paul was going to kick out there. Drew was a little cocky with that pinfall. I don't think anyone thought that Drew would have won there, as Logan Paul smacked down. I get it, SmackDown. Excuse me. Drew McIntyre doing some big damage onto the left leg of Logan Paul, now looking for the pinfall. 1. And okay. I mean, it's not the worst count from KSI. Me personally, I did think it was a little slow, but I'll give him a pass. So far, it's only been that rope break, which could just be a rookie mistake. I mean, can't be too harsh on KSI. This is his first time refereeing, as far as I know. And I mean, you could have sent him down to, I don't know, Evolve. At least gave him a little warm-up as Drew McIntyre looking for the pinfall. Very, very slow count from KSI. He could have at least gotten a 2 count there. Now KSI is starting to show his bias. Come on. I'm already not liking this. And what is KSI doing? Breaking up an attack from Drew McIntyre, allowing Logan Paul to get up. And now Logan Paul with a huge double kick onto Drew McIntyre. KSI is making it known very clearly that he is here to secure the victory for Logan Paul as he looks for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. What? Logan Paul has just won the match, but what type of counting is that? He counts it to 3 when a good normal ref would have barely been finished with 1 leading into 2 possibly. But thanks to the help of KSI, Logan Paul is able to get a victory. Drew is not going to be happy about that, and they are going to have to get a real referee out here, and they are going to have a rematch, because no way that Logan Paul beats Drew McIntyre. KSI, Logan Paul, you cheating scumbags, have just costed Drew a victory. And of course, it's going to look great for Logan Paul. But that looks horrible on Drew, especially the way it was won. Horrible count by KSI. Horrible match. But at the same time, Drew, you freaking idiot. Why would you even accept a match like that? Anyhow, that's not going to be the end of that either. I think we're going to have to go for a round 3. And hopefully that time we can get a real referee. But anyhow, it is time for some more tag team action. And not only is it tag team action, there is also gold on the line as the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, face off against the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, your current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And, well, if you didn't hear me when I said it earlier, Asuka has her match against Becky Lynch this weekend, which means if she can win here tonight alongside Kairi Sane and become new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, and then she can go on to SummerSlam and beat Becky Lynch, Asuka could quickly become a double champion here in the WWE, which would add so much more to her already incredible career. But it is not going to be easy to beat the current champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. While they have struggled in singles action, losing quite a few matches to Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend in their best of 7 series, when it came to actual tag matches, when it came to defending their titles, they have been nearly perfect. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez are your champions for a reason. They are no joke, and they are not to be taken lightly. They are your women's tag team champions for a reason, and here tonight, they put their titles on the line once more, this time against the Kabuki Warriors. And if they're able to retain, then who is next after that? It seems as though they have beat everyone possible in their path. But on the other hand, as we had stated before, if the Kabuki Warriors are able to come out on top and become new champions, then first of all, congrats, as they are basically inserted into the debate on who is the best tag team of all time in the women's tag team division. And I think it would be between the Kabuki Warriors and the Judgment Day. And then after that, you have the fact that Asuka could potentially become a double champion in the span of a week. Right? That would be incredible for Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors, but as I said before, it is not going to be easy to beat the current champions, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day. We'll have to find out how this match goes as we are ready to get this match started. The challengers, the Kabuki Warriors, face off against the champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The titles are on the line. Who will come out on top? Will we hear and new or and still at the end of this match? Kairi Sane and Raquel Rodriguez get the match started off for us as the bell has rung. Raquel Rodriguez, a huge powerhouse. And now, hold on, she may be pinned. No, very quick pinfall, but also a very quick kick out. Big boots by Raquel Rodriguez. And now some big elbow drops onto Kairi Sane. There's a third one being dropped onto Kairi Sane. Now Asuka, who isn't the legal superstar, taking damage though. This distraction allows Kairi Sane to do some damage. However, quickly, Raquel Rodriguez able to get back on the attack, sending Kairi into the corner. Big belly to belly splash. And big kicks continuing attacking from Raquel Rodriguez. This is exactly why the Judgment Day are champions. Even though they've been having their problems, as I've stated before, with the men's side of things, when it comes to these women and their titles, they forget about their problems and they go out there and they dominate. Speaking about the problems with the men, what I've heard, Dirty Dominic Mysterio should be back fully healthy, hopefully by next week. And hopefully that means that very soon we will have that much anticipated match of Dirty Dominic Mysterio up against the Demon Finn Balor. Things spiced up quickly between the Judgment Day, and they have slowly been breaking apart. Obviously, Finn Balor left. Carlito was forced to retire after being beaten by Finn Balor. JD McDonough lost not only his tag team partner, but his brother. Dirty Dominic Mysterio lost his teacher, at least one of the current ones. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, the whole Judgment, they lost their leader. It has been some bad days for the Judgment Day when it comes to their personal problems. Obviously, as I said before, when it comes to these tag team champions, they've still been able to hold their ground and still been able to retain them. But maybe soon we will see an end to that story. And either Demon Finn Balor puts Dirty Dom away and potentially puts the Judgment Day away. Or, hopefully for the Judgment Day, Dirty Dom can put on his big boy boots and pick up a big victory against the Demon Finn Balor. Hopefully we get to see that soon. As we continue focusing on this match though, Raquel Rodriguez continuing to do big damage as she looks to put an end to this match once and for all. However, Kairi Sane able to roll out right there. It looked like she was looking for the tag. Instead, she's going to have to continue fighting in this one, as Raquel Rodriguez was quickly looking to attack. Instead of looking for the tag, she had to roll out of the way. Asuka once again attacked. Now Kairi Sane is left without a tag team partner. She can tag to anyone. She has already taken a lot of damage, and Raquel Rodriguez is going to look to add to that damage. Raquel Rodriguez looking for the big power slam. Raquel is not finished. She attacks Asuka, making sure she can't break up the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and there it is, a Judgment Day. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are still your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to those two. Even while the Judgment Day is dealing with a crisis, they are still able to come out on top. And now it is time for the main event of the night. These two men were once tag team partners. They were tag team champions together, being able to become tag team champions at a WrestleMania. But over time, these men have slowly cracked, and eventually, with the return from Rusev, that was a final push for Austin Theory to break away from Grayson Waller, attacking him using a mask. Eventually, once Grayson Waller was put on the shelf, Austin Theory went out and he said, "Yo, I'm guilty. I'm the man who attacked Grayson Waller." And now that Grayson Waller has returned, he is coming for Austin Theory. They've had their brawls outside. They've had their brawls backstage. But tonight, they are inside of the ring with a referee. Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. Like I said, once friends, once tag team champions, now bitter enemies, looking to battle it out. Austin Theory was told by Rusev that he had a lot more potential, that he was wasting his potential. And it looked like Austin Theory believed that. He broke away from Grayson Waller, and after putting Grayson Waller away, he sure hopes to fulfill that potential and potentially become a champion here in the WWE, whether that's a world champion, a United States champion once again. Maybe he ends up going for Penta's Intercontinental Championship. But for now, he must focus on this match as our main event. Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. Two bitter enemies battle it out in the main event. Talking about Rusev and him looking to show others that they have more potential, his next target has been Otis. And Rusev has been tearing Otis down. For now, we have not seen any signs of Otis cracking the way that Austin Theory has. Hopefully for Ozawa and Alpha Academy that doesn't happen. But if Rusev was successful his first time against Austin Theory, he's not going to want to fail with Otis. And I believe he will continue to send his message through by beating up Otis for as long as it takes. But this main event is underway. And I thought it was a normal match, but maybe it's not. A suicide dive by Grayson Waller. I thought this was a normal match. Maybe not, as Austin Theory quickly went to pull something outside from under the ring. He has a hockey stick, and I guess I was wrong. The referee acting like this is normal. Maybe this is a no-holds-barred match. I guess I read, the preview wrong. My apologies for the misinformation. Austin Theory is completely destroying Grayson Waller using that hockey stick. However, Grayson Waller is not finished. Whoa. Randy Orton is here. It looks like he is here to help Austin Theory. Maybe it's just a distraction. But Austin Theory, is he teaming up with Randy Orton? I'm not sure. He's looking for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, with a distraction from Randy Orton's music, Austin Theory able to get a very quick victory against his bitter rival, Grayson Waller. See, I have so many questions. Obviously, Austin Theory, are you teaming? Oh, wait, he is not done. Austin Theory isn't finished. This rivalry is not done. My question was, is Austin Theory teaming with Randy Orton, or was it just a random song that was picked in order to distract Grayson Waller? And well, I guess my next question was, what happens to Austin Theory and Grayson Waller next? Well, it looks like these two men are not yet finished, as Austin Theory looks to deal some more damage onto Grayson Waller. Time is going to cut out very soon. We are barely going to be able to see this as our time is running out. Grayson Waller sent through the table. Austin Theory looks to put him away. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is only the start of so many rivalries. We will see you all on NXT.